Hello, you are right. Welcome to another video with me, A Vacation with Kay. In this video, I'm going to count down my top 5 things to do in Agadir, Morocco, plus give you a few bonus items at the end. In at number 5, we have Souk El Had. It's one of Africa's biggest markets and there's over 6,000 stalls inside. To get there using a taxi, it'll cost about £2 from the centre of the promenade along the beach. This market has literally everything, whether you want some handmade crafts, you want a new bag, you want spices, you want fruit, it has it all. And because you're in a traditional Moroccan market, you need to make sure that you bring cash and you need to be sure to haggle. I know the thought of haggling really terrifies some people, but honestly, just have a price in your head. A little tip is to have the conversions in your phone, in your notes, so that you can quickly see at a glance how much things are. Make sure you're going much lower than you're happy to pay, and if you can't get the price that you want, don't be scared to walk away. Next, we have number 4, which is a 4x4 trip into the Atlas Mountains. So we booked this trip through TUI. It was £82 each. That included pick-up, drop-off, and a tour guide throughout, and it lasted around 6 hours. So the first stop was a women's organ cooperative for breakfast. So we got a selection of different honeys and peanut butters and some Moroccan tea. The women showed us what they do with the argan nuts, how they grind them, what they do with them, how they process them, and then we also got a little demonstration of lots of different products, from beauty products to food products. It was really interesting. It wasn't a pressure to buy, but if you wanted to, you could. On this trip, you wind through the mountains, so lots of hairpin bends and dusty roads. Through the day, they made some stops so that you could visit local craft shop and also stretch your legs. At one point as well, we also had a huge dance in the middle of the road, which was really fun. The guide was absolutely fantastic. He told us so much about the Berber history and how they live and everything to do with the Atlas Mountains and the landscape. We also stopped in a traditional Berber village and we got to learn all about their lifestyle and how they live. The whole day was really fascinating, from learning about the landscape to learning about the people. It really is a completely different way of life. We then had a late lunch with a family style serving where we had tagines, we had salads, we had oranges with cinnamon, really delicious food. After that, we had one final stop at the highest point that we could get to, and then it was time to head back into Agadir, but our driver actually spotted some of the goats that climbed the trees to steal the argan nuts, so we managed to pull over and see some of these. Next up, number 3, which is the cable cars and the Kasbah. So this is an absolute cracking way to see the city. It takes you right up the hill to the old Kasbah ruins, and the views on the way up are absolutely brilliant. It's around £10.50 for an adult, and that's a return journey. To get here using a taxi, it was around 25 dirham, and that is again from the central point of the promenade on Agadir Beach. On the way up, the views that you get are either the sea on one side and the mountains on the other. It's a really smooth ride, and it's honestly worth it just for the photo opportunities alone. Now, we didn't go into the old Kasbah itself, but we had a wander around the outside. There's still old stone walls, there's camels knocking about, and there's that famous sign that lights up at night. And it's not the Vegas sign that you might think that you're going to see in my videos. It's this one here, and this means God, homeland or country, and king. So although you can find a quiet spot to stand and watch the sunset, there is a lot of activity going on up here. There are camels, there are street vendors, there's food vendors, there are people selling things, there are local kids running about. There is a lot going on up here. So it's, again, another place where you get to really experience part of that Moroccan culture. Now, if you do go up here and you get a chance to go on the Kasbah, it dates back to the 1500s. In the 60s, an earthquake flattened most of it, unfortunately. The cable car opened in 2022 and it's actually the first one in Morocco. It runs over around 1,700 metres. And each way takes around 6 minutes. Before the cable cars, you had to walk up and down on foot, which you can still do. Personally, I would definitely recommend using the cable cars instead. In at number 2, we've got ATVs in the desert. We did this with Agadir Quad, who I had seen on Instagram and TikTok. It was £25 each, £5 extra for sandboarding, and that included free return pickup and drop off at your hotel. Started off by getting your helmet fitted, and then they showed you how the quads work. Then it was basically off you go. You did have a guide leading you the whole way, and we were just in a really small group of 6. So you start off going through the forest trails, and then you go straight into the desert. So you're going over some massive sand dunes, which was absolutely brilliant. And then you finish on the beach. and then it's a round trip back. Something that we thought was really brilliant is that our guide actually took everyone in turn using their own phone and took this footage of us so that everyone had their own video of themselves riding on the ATVs. There's obviously lots of different companies out there, but we really enjoyed our day with Agadir Quads. It was around 2 hours in total. Everything from pick up to drop off, and then even Moroccan tea at the end. It was all absolutely brilliant, so I would definitely recommend them. If you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. It's free to do and it really helps my little channel grow. And you can also check out our daily vlogs from Agadir. Now, number 1 is the Medina de Agadir. This was without a doubt the highlight of our trip. From the centre of the Agadir promenade, it'll cost you a few quid in a taxi, so no more than 40 dirham. This place is open from 9 till 6 and it costs only £3 each to get in. So Agadir is quite modern, it's got lots of new resorts popping up. So if you want to go back and see what original Agadir looked like, this is the place to go. So it's not an ancient original Medina like you'd see in Marrakesh because of the earthquake that devastated Agadir in 1960. Italian architect Coco Polizzi rebuilt this Medina. They did it in a way that honours the traditional Berber architecture and created an authentic and living tribute to Moroccan craftsmanship and culture. Inside you'll find tons of live workshops with everything from textiles to handmade wooden goods. There's also places to eat, some nice walks that you can do, and a big kids play area. So unlike Souk El Had that we saw at number 5, this place is completely relaxed. It's got a really chill vibe and you're under no pressure whatsoever to go into the shops or to buy anything. Everywhere you looked in here was absolutely beautiful. If you want somewhere with a traditional Moroccan backdrop to get some really nice photographs, this is the place. If you visit Agadir, this is the one place that we would insist that you go and see. If you're after Agadir soon, let me know what are you most looking forward to doing or seeing. And if you've already been to Agadir, what was your favourite thing that you did or saw while you were there? So as promised, I've got a few bonus things for you now. They didn't quite make the top 5, but they're still things that I think are worth doing. So whether it's day or night, you can hit the casino in Agadir. So there are 3 main casinos and we tried all of them. So you've got Casino Shems, Casino Atlantic and also Le Mirage. So these are not going to be like your big Vegas casinos. They are very small, no more than sort of 50 slots. They do have table games as well. Make sure you take your ID. Not all of them asked for ID, but I assume if you're going to win big, which hopefully you will, you're probably going to need your ID to claim that. You do need cash, but you can play on very low denoms. So although Agadir is quite relaxed about dress codes, it is smart casual in the casinos, definitely no beachwear. We are gamblers, so we really enjoyed spending a couple of hours in the casinos. We spent no more than 20-30 quid when we were there, and we got some really good play out of that. Just a side note, if you are a gambler and you do enjoy watching slot videos or vlogs about Vegas, you can go and check out my other videos, please and thanks. Now, in terms of slots that we knew, the Prosperity Link was the only one that we recognised, but it was fun to try other games as well. So our second bonus item is the tourist train of Agadir. So this is a little tourist train that goes around Agadir. It costs around £1.20 to go on it. So super cheap. I would actually recommend you do this on your first day or first morning. We waited until the very last minute to do this, but actually it showed you a good chunk of Agadir town so that you could see where the bars were, the restaurants were, what was on the beach, what it looked like. So yeah, really, really useful, and for the price you really can't complain. It lasted around an hour and it was just one solid trip, so you don't get to get off and on. You just stay on the train and it just takes you around the town so you can see everything. I can imagine if you are going with children that they would really enjoy this, but to be honest, as 2 adults, we really enjoyed it as well. Please check out my daily vlogs if you want to see more of this and you want to see what we got up to in between doing the things that we recommended in this video. If you've got any questions about Agadir, please leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Thank you so much for watching, it's really appreciated. If you want to like and subscribe, I really wouldn't be mad about that. In fact, I would probably be your best friend. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and hope to see you in the next one. Okay, bye!